everybody and welcome to another video. We start this one off with just going up the slip road to get onto the A3, and we are looking at this car that's going to be pulling out from the left here. Now although this is only an A road, motorway rules still apply. We're entering from a slip road. Speed the hell up. You don't just drive like that and then just pull straight out in front of someone. That is absolutely carsy driving, that is. I will show you how I did it though, because everyone behind me seemed to be in the middle lane, making my job a lot easier to pull out. But it is one of them myths that people seem to think if you're driving in the inside lane, you've got to move out to the middle lane to let someone on. That is completely untrue. The responsibility is always on me coming onto the motorway, or in this case, the A road. We are looking at this van now that's about to overtake me, doing nothing wrong yet, that is. It's doing nothing wrong yet. But when we go to the front camera now, I'm doing roughly around about 45 miles an hour. This is a 50-mile-an-hour road. And he overtakes me, nothing wrong in that. He's still under the speed limit. But for some reason, he just slows down. And I have no idea why. He should be moving over now to get into the inside lane. Why he isn't, I do not know. But he starts to slow down. In the end, we end up doing about 35 miles an hour, because I won't undertake him. 35 miles an hour on a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit road here. I have no idea why he done it. Answer on the postcard if you know why he was doing it. I did not see a phone or anything like that. Eventually, he does what he's supposed to do and move over to the inside lane. So yeah, let us know what you think of why he did that. So a little bit further down the A3, you can see the weather conditions is not great. They really are not great. I've had a bike to review for. I've had this bike for probably about 4 weeks now, and I have not been able to get out because it just hasn't stopped raining. So yeah, I've got a bike review to do that is taking quite a bit of time to do. Anyway, look at the weather conditions, and we go to the rear camera now, and we're going to be looking out to the outside lane. You'll see a Porsche go out to the outside lane there, right in the distance this is, and a car gets very close behind it, and I just want to point him out in a second when you can see him. This one here, he's really close to the Porsche in front. Now the Porsche is doing nothing wrong, it's overtaking. But the car behind is too close. Look at the weather conditions. The roads are spraying up, you know, as well. It's not just the fact that it's raining, there's a lot of water on the roads. Now look how close this guy is to him. They're doing over 70 miles an hour, by the way, and he's that close. You notice something on his bonnet? L plates. Yeah, he's got an L plate on it. Now I trust, you never know nowadays, that the learner isn't in that car driving. You never know nowadays, do you? Anyway, we get back to that in a minute. I want to show you something else. We will be looking in the middle lane for this one, and I will point it out in a second. We'll show you which one it is. Now we want to be looking in the middle lane now. Okay, the white car in the middle lane. Now he's a drifter. He drifts right over to his right, our left, as we're looking at it, almost crossing the line, right over there. Why? Look at all that space to his right-hand side, or our right-hand side, his left-hand side. Loads of space. We'll get back to him in a second. What causes that? What could possibly cause that? We've gone to the side camera now. Look how close the learner is to the Porsche there. Too bloody close, isn't it? Way, way too close. In this weather conditions, it's just crappy driving. And the thing is, I hope it's not the learner in there, but even if it isn't the learner driving, this guy thinks that he's capable of teaching someone. He's got an L-plates on his car, and he thinks that he's got the capabilities and the knowledge to teach someone, and yet he drives like that in these weather conditions. If you are being taught by that guy, don't get yourself professional lessons, because that guy will teach you nothing. We're going to go to the side camera now to see what the guy was, why the guy was distracted and moving over to the right hand side of his lane. We all know why, don't we? We all know why. Here he is. Yeah, look where his hand is. Yeah, playing with his phone. Again, in weather conditions like this, overtaking, and he's playing on his phone. There's a little shot of his number plate. Yeah, quality bit of driving all round there. And the other thing I noticed here, no one actually moves to the left hand side. No one moves back to the inside lane after overtaking me. No one. Well, there is one actually, and the car will surprise you. Yeah, And I won't be able to call it a Burke. Oh no, I'll have to just call it a Mercedes. And it isn't as if lanes 2 and 3 are drier than lane 1, is it? Yeah, but only I was going to call it a Burke and a Merlin, but only a Mercedes pulls over to the left hand side, which you are supposed to do. So now we are in Guildford and we are approaching their one-way system here, and there's about 4 idiots here, and it's going to cost them quite a bit of money. Now the first thing is we've got a yellow box junction right in front of us. Look over to your right, look at that. How sneaky is that, putting cameras behind the road sign there? How bad is that? Now I'm going to point a few things out here. Behind the dustman there is a car, this one here. He wants to turn left where the dustman is now. He's got to cross 2 lanes to do it. He's got a green light and he's almost stopped there, and he's got to cross 2 lanes to get over. He's lucky, this is normally a lot busier, but he did it. I don't know whether he was the one who caused all the traffic here, which is going to cost a lot of these drivers 80 quid. What's that, 1, 2, 3 of them there? But it's the last one. The last one here, it doesn't even want to turn left. Why are you not changing lanes? Change lanes and you haven't got an 80 quid fine. How bloody daft is that? I do wonder if that car that was divering going across 2 lanes there was divering down that road there, causing everyone to get an £80 fine there. But they haven't got a leg to stand on. You don't go into Yellow Box Junction unless your exit is clear. Now, we're coming up to a roundabout in Leatherhead. Now, roundabouts are quite easy. You see these road signs here on the ground? They're quite easy, aren't they? We've got the same road signs over to the right-hand side, by the way. Exactly the same. You've got a straight on, a left and a right. It's simple, isn't it? Now, if we go to the right-hand side camera here, you'll see that someone's in the middle lane, but they are indicating to turn left. Bear with us. This one here is indicating to turn left from the middle lane, and it goes straight on. Yeah, you can't take indicators for granted on a roundabout, not when there's that many numpties on the road at the moment. Now I'm going to show you it from this side. Look how much it cut off of the roundabout as well. It's cut right across a lane there. Absolute numpty. Terrible driving. Terrible driving. And this one ain't much better. This van, he should be well over to the left-hand side. That was really close, a lot closer than what it looked. So now we come to a clip, well, you know the guy in the comment section that will always say something about this. But for me, I'll just do it with a song.
Oh, you are so dumb, dumb, dumb. We scratch our head in disbelief that someone can be so dumb, dumb, dumb. Oh, you are so dumb, dumb, dumb. We scratch our head in disbelief that someone can be so dumb, dumb, dumb.
So a little bit further down the road, we're coming into Epsom now, and we've still got the same Mitsubishi behind us, who is a queue jumper. Yes, we've got 3 lanes coming up here, and he knows that the left-hand lane turns left. Trust me, he knows. He's just got less traffic in it. He knows exactly what he's doing here. I'll show you it from the front camera now. I know that they all say straight on, these 2 to the left anyway, the left-hand lane and my lane. They do say straight on. The right-hand lane is a right turn only lane, but there's traffic in this. There always is traffic in this lane, and he knows that, and he's going to get right away down to the front. He's just going to go through. Well, he's just going to skip past a couple of cars. That's all it is. A couple of cars before pulling out in front of everyone to just get in front of 2 cars, you know. And that is done deliberately. That is not by mistake. Now my BMW warning has just come on in the car, which confused me because I've got a BMW in front of me. It's not him though. It's the one behind us that's going to be coming round the bend now. Now he's in 2 lanes here. He knows which lane he should be in, just like the Mitsubishi, but he chooses to get in the wrong lane because there's more traffic in his correct lane, and he's going to go all the way down the front there and cut across in front of the Mitsubishi. right way down to the front. He knows what he's doing. Trust me, these people do this every single day of the week. Every time that they're driving down here, they do that. And there he is going around the bend with a Mitsubishi, the 2 Q jumpers. They gained about 3 or 4 cars there. Good job, boys. Good job. Now in the next clip, let me know what you think about this. The car that's out further than anyone else, you know what he's trying to do here. For me, it's a completely pointless manoeuvre. It's a completely pointless overtake. And I'll show you why in a second, but it'll always be
Pointless overtake of the week.
Now he's just driven down a right turn only lane going the opposite direction over hatch markings to go past me here to turn right at that turn in there. The only trouble is he doesn't look further than the end of his bonnet and see that there's a load of traffic coming towards him. You're not that important, mate, even with your bloody personalised number plate. And if we go to the rear, you'll see what a completely pointless manoeuvre that was, because all the cars that he was behind are now in front of him, which definitely makes it
Pointless overtake of the week.
Something wrong. Something wrong. Something wrong.
Yeah, you're driving.
What? Doing the speed limit? It's 20 miles an hour.
Yeah, I spotted that. What did you?
So what's wrong with that then?
Not a lot, just your attitude, I guess.
All right, yeah, not yours then. No? No. Yeah.
So this is the last clip of the day, and what you're about to see leads up to that confrontation there. We're talking about this woman here. She's hiding behind that car. She's in the inside lane, but she wants to turn right. So you get an idea of what her driving skills are like. And she pulled out in front of that red car, and now the red car that's going straight on, that isn't turning right, has to try and get round her. So you can see what sort of driver she is straight away before we've even done anything. But I'm going to be fair. I'm going to show you my terrible driving that made this woman look at me like I had 2 heads. What you ain't going to see is, you can't see it because of the reflection of the window, her gesturing, not gesturing as in a bad way, but in a totally frustration way. She got so frustrated with me because I kept to the speed limit, and you can't see that, which is really unfortunate. And then when I said that I was keeping to the speed limit, what's wrong with that? She said it was my attitude driving. So now we're going to see what my attitude and my driving was like. I'm not going to say any more about this. You can make up your own mind and let us know in the comments down below. I cannot speed this up because you won't get the feel of the speed that I'm going. And yeah, so I'll see you at the end. Well, I'll hopefully see you at the end, not unless the police come knocking on the door and chuck me inside because of my dreadful, disgusting, bad attitude driving, that is. So I'm going to play a little tune here. There's not much really to say about my disgusting driving here. You can witness it all for yourself. So I will see you at the end.
You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, 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 oh,
So we're almost at the end now, where she told me that my driving was not very good and my attitude stunk. So if you saw anything there that she saw, please let us know in the comments down below, because I haven't seen anything bad with my driving. I didn't see too much wrong with her driving neither, I've got to say, other than she dodges little potholes and she was in the wrong lane right at the very beginning and cut everyone up and very close to the learner. Other than that, it was okay.
Something wrong. Something wrong. Something wrong.
Yeah, you're driving.
What? Doing the speed limit? It's 20 miles an hour.
Yeah, I spotted that. What did you?
So what's wrong with that then?
Not a lot, just your attitude, I guess.
All right, yeah, not yours then. No, no, yeah. What?
Now I've just cut that here so we can go, basically, because we're sitting here at a red light. Yeah, so there was nothing else said there, but obviously I've let her go because 2 lanes go into 1. I do not know why they keep making roads like that in this country. It just creates hassle, but I had no intentions of having her behind me again. She can be in front, and even when she was in front, she hasn't burned away. It's still a 20-mile-an-hour speed limit. Yes, she's going over 20, but only fractionally. I didn't expect her to wait at this amber light neither, because she's practically on top of it. But yeah, let us know in the comment section down below if you think that I done something wrong there. Anyway guys, thanks a lot for watching. I do hope that you got to the end, because it was a bit boring, that last one, but I needed to show you everything of what she thought of my driving. Anyway, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.